Hello everybody, I hope you are having a good week. Today I just wanted to bring up the topic of snacking because we have a lot of people approaching us telling us that their snacking is out of control. I've gone through these moments myself quite recently, so there are a lot of struggles going on with everybody and kind of over consuming things through snacks, probably because we're bored or that sort of thing, emotional eating. However, I just want to bring this up because there are a lot of struggles going on with it, okay? And sometimes working from home, it gives you even more time and access to these things. So I just want to remind you that sometimes eating definitely sounds better than what you should really be doing, especially snacks, okay? You know what sounds good when you're bored? Want to know what sounds good when you're tired? Snacks. You know what the best weapon is when you want to kill time? Snacks. The little girl in the red dress, she's so cute. But snacks always sounds better than what you should really be doing, is kind of my point. You feel me? The trouble is, the more often you do this, the more that you're going to reinforce that behavior, okay? So what you've got to do is find some other activities that you can do to reinforce a different behavior, okay? What you can do when you're feeling bored or procrastinating, aside from the stuff you should be doing, obviously, which is probably your work, but it's good to understand feelings and the things in your environment that may compel you to eat. It could be boredom, could be procrastination, it could be tiredness, but it all boils down to killing time, okay? So you build a cycle, you reinforce a habit of eating in order to kill time, okay? Thankfully, time is quite a vulnerable beast, and you can kill it with a variety of weapons. So when you're feeling snacky, I think it's good to kind of sit back, put an identifier on what you're feeling, because if it's not actually hunger, sometimes it's just being aware of those feelings that's good enough, to come to the understanding that you can make a logical decision not to snack when you snacked 10 times over about 10 minutes ago. So, however, sometimes that isn't quite enough, okay? So if that is the case, maybe remembering what happens if you do continuously overeat because you're bored, and if you end up turning that boredom into guilt, I tell you what's way more difficult than dealing with boredom, and it is those guilty feelings over what you've done. And we shouldn't feel that way, but we're humans and we do, okay? So instead of snacking, maybe do a little bit of exercise. That'll perk you up. Go for a walk around the block, do some jumping jacks in your living room. Dance around. I don't care what it is. Just move. And one good thing about emotional eating is that you learned it from somewhere, okay? So it's not ingrained in you. It is something that you can change. So what we need to remember as well is that boredom is the silent killer of your progress, okay? So identify times when you do feel snacky and identify ways to utilize that time by not eating, but by doing something that you're supposed to be doing, like your work maybe. The feelings of hunger will go a lot faster than the weight you gain from dealing with just a feeling. Does that make sense? Is that something that you might be struggling with right now? Or do you have any tips or advice or tricks, for other people that might be dealing with this right now? If you do, drop in the comments below.